We have a real blessing here tonight. We have the Consul from is it the southwestern region? Is that what this region is called? From the Foreign Ministry of Israel. And we have Daniel Agranov, which I just met tonight. He is the Consul of the Consulate General of Israel to the Southwest United States. He's Russian by birth, but Jewish, of course, by heritage. And his family were able to get out of Russia, and so he was there, I think, since you were about 11, right? All right. So anyway, he has served in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 2008. This is a very substantial job. It's a very important job. Prior to his current mission, he helped establish the Consulate of Israel to St. Petersburg, Russia, which is great, as Deputy Consul General. His previous posts also included the Economic Office at Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Main Consular Division, and missions to Angola and Kazakhstan. So he's been around, and he's got much more that I could read here from his background, but let's just let him come up here and talk to us, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Shalom and howdy. Dr. Williams, thank you for your kind introduction. As you mentioned, my name is Daniel Agranov, and I'm the Consul of Israel to Southwest United States. It is a pleasure for me to be here this evening at the New Beginning Church. I cannot say enough about the warmth of this community and its culture of support, passion, and tradition that I have been privileged to witness. And you also have a very nice church. I would like to thank you for hosting this event and for arming our Christian friends with the facts to defend Israel. The love you and Christians throughout the Southwest give Israel is tremendous. From the re-establishment of the State of Israel 68 years ago, and even before, we have been in a constant struggle for our right to exist. As the only true democracy in the Middle East, Israel has become this lone safe haven for those who wish to live in peace. Despite countless attacks, Israel remains strong because of the support of its friends and allies like you. I would like to give a special thanks to Pastor Larry and Tiz Huck for their 40 years of inspiring services. It's okay to say 40 years? It's okay. And steadfast support of Israel. Your years of televised ministry have been particularly helpful in advocacy for Israel and Jews around the world. Pastor Larry is committed to building connection between Jews and Christians and has authored multiple books on restoring the church to its Judeo-Christian foundation. He has the honor to speak at the Israeli parliament, the Knesset, and receive the awards for his ministry services to the people of Israel. Thank you again. I would also like to recognize the Israeli Allies Foundation for their assistance in organizing this event and their outstanding accomplishment in mobilizing support for Israel. I am looking forward to hearing from Senator Cruz and Representative King. We thank them both for their long-standing support of Israel and for all the work they do, which is vitally important to the strengthening of the bond between Texas and Israel. Most importantly, we thank all of you for joining us here this evening and standing with Israel. Because of you, our democratic post in the Holy Land thrives. You can rely to your fellow Americans what the friendship between Israel and America is all about. Don't tell my bosses in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but you are actually the best ambassadors of Israel. It is with heavy heart that I must tell you that anti-Semitism is rising, and Israel faces a terrible threat in the form of BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions. For years, Israeli companies have thought to develop society and enrich those they serve while delivering excellent jobs to Israeli and Palestinians alike. Sadly, this economic development faces attack. Under the guise of promoting peace through a precise method, misguided people across the world use the blunt instrument of BDS as a means to further complicate conflict and cause indiscriminate damage to the livelihood of both Israelis and Palestinians. As Pastor Larry said, it's remind me too, no, it's a different set. It's remind me the parts from Psalm 83. With cunning they conspire against your people. They plot against those you cherish. Come, they say, let us destroy them as a nation, so that Israel's name is remembered no more. Psalm 83 ends this way. Let them know that you, whose name is the God, that you alone are the most high over all the earth. This was what Pastor Larry mentioned. This is not the first time we have faced this kind of economic prejudice and attack. 84 years ago, Jews' businesses were boycotted in Germany. 6 million Jews lost their livelihood and later their lives. And this evil was allowed to spread because many stood by silently. Just as Dr. Martin Luther King said, it is not the action of our enemies we fear, it is the silence of our friends. Together, we must never be silent. We value our partnership with the Christian community here in Texas and throughout the world and United States. And events like this tonight are a testimony to that great relationship. It is our hope that Texas will take a step to join an exclusive club of 16 other states who have stood up to anti-Israeli effort. I encourage you to share your stories about Israel with those that you know, to continue to speak up and speak out against anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli policies where you see them. I encourage you to stand with Israel. In spite of effort to minimize it, the U.S.-Israeli relationship remains strong. From young Americans and Israeli students engaging with each other to elder veterans, recounting the trails of past struggles shared together, our relationship spans generations. From businesses to businesses relations, of the titans of the tech industry to government relations, all the way to the highest national office, America and Israel have built a deep friendship. In fact, following a warm conversation about forging a common vision to advance peace and security in the Middle East, President Trump invited Prime Minister Netanyahu to come to Washington to meet him on the February 15. This will be one of the first meetings between President Trump and a foreign head of state. This meeting comes at a particularly special time for Israel. 2017 marks the 50th anniversary of reunification of Jerusalem. It is uplifting to have leaders who understand that united Jerusalem is the eternal capital of Israel, and so it will remain. Israel and the United States have shared many great victories throughout our enduring alliance, dating back to Israeli foundation. At midnight, May 14, 1948, the State of Israel was proclaimed. The same day, President Truman made the United States the first country to recognize Israel, marking the start of an historic alliance that lasts to this day and continues to thrive. You can ask any Pentagon or CIA official, and they will tell you that even today, Israel remains a crucial ally in regards to intelligence sharing and assisting the United States in the struggle against terrorism. Israel appreciates American support in confronting the threats posed by Iran, but maintains concerns over Iran's nuclear ambitions. It is not possible under the current nuclear deal to verify that Iran is not expanding its nuclear program in secret. Furthermore, the deal will expire in 10 or 15 years and even less, at which point Iran's nuclear program will be free from constraints. Last Sunday, Iran missile tests, in defiance of UN Resolution 2231, are particularly troubling in light of its past weapons program. Iran could develop the capability not only to strike Israel, but also Europe and the United States. Between North Africa in the south and Russia in the north, between China in the east and Morocco in the west, Israel is the only real democracy in the region. Hence, unlike other countries that change their position almost daily, Israel was, is, and always will be a loyal and trustworthy friend to the United States of America. As Secretary of State Alexander Haig said it best, I think, Israel is the largest American aircraft carrier in the world that cannot be sunk. Our Judeo-Christian values are facing unimaginable, brutal persecution by evil, represented by ISIS, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, and others. But what is more powerful than evil? It is the forces of good that our unbreakable friendship represent. In a time of re-emerging global anti-Semitism, the unity between Christians and Jews is crucial in preserving Israel is beacon of hope in the Middle East. Israel, the Holy Land, will always be a safe haven to Jews, Christians, and all faiths seeking a peaceful life. After a lot of determination and sacrifice, we entered into the 21st century as one of the developed countries. I think the only self-developed country in our region. Now we are the world's hub for research and development in high-tech industries, with all the world's leading companies have their R&D facility in Israel. This is why they call us the startup nation. Through democracy, Israel has provided a peaceful existence for its citizens. Despite living in a turbulent region, Israel still hopes for peace, prays for peace, and sings for peace between Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Israel is home to some of the most important holy sites in Christianity and Judaism. We have a saying in our office, seeing is believing. I encourage you all to go and experience those places for yourself and literally live the Bible. See the very site that you have read about your whole life. I can assure you, it is an amazing experience. And you have now an opportunity to go with Pastor Larry as was here today. I would like to end by thanking all of you for your ongoing public support of Israel. Whether you realize it or not, the people of Israel hear of your effort and are very grateful. So on behalf of the State of Israel and people of Israel, thank you and God bless us all.
Please be seated. Thank you very much, Daniel. What a blessing. I'm telling you, this is miraculous stuff you're seeing. I got so excited about that